This video real quick is going to be full disclosure on the last video that I did. So I may get clowned. Some people may laugh or whatever, and that's okay. About what I'm about to tell you. So when Dogecoin ran up to 77 cents, right? Now, I turned $1,000 into 77 grand within 4 months, right? Like I said in my other video, not the last one that I made, but the one before, 2021 was booming. A lot of stuff went up. Had people sold, they would have made, good little bit amount of money to get you through at least, or to be able to make other plays while you wait it out. I'm convicted in the plays that I put in, and I don't get out until I'm ready to get out. I don't care what the market is doing. I understand all the powers that be and all the other stuff in between, but I ain't really concerned about that. Because when you make money, when it's your time to pull out, you're going to do some things when it's your time. It wasn't the time for me at the time. I felt like it wasn't enough. People can say that that's greed or whatever, but I don't know. I'm cool. So, I didn't sell Dogecoin. Just like how I didn't sell AMC. Just like how I didn't sell Ape. I held on to all three of them. I made my money in other plays. I didn't put a lot into Dogecoin. I'm going to break it down. This is my whole mental state. I only put $1,000 in Dogecoin. Now look at Dogecoin now. Dogecoin's at like 6 cents. Right? Just like AMC, I watched my money go up hella high to making hundreds of thousands of dollars between both, and watching it come all the way back down. Now, in hindsight, if you think about all the shit that you probably would have went through, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have the same type of scenario. I'm not the only one. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably thought about it. I'm speaking for myself. I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably think, like, man, if I was going to go through all this bullshit, we didn't squeeze or whatever, probably would have took some off the top, or at least took your initial investment out. I bought back in at a lower number, yeah. That's what a lot of retail traders do, right? I mean, that's the whole purpose of you getting your money, and you always want to protect your money. Always want to protect your initial investment. I get it. But just AMC, man, Ape, Dogecoin for me is just different. I may be subject to other people's opinions and being like, or how they feel, or man, I would have took that money, I would have went out. But, it is what it is. I watched it come all the way back down. But you know what? What goes up comes down. What goes down comes up eventually. It may take a little bit of time. You may go through the ups and downs in between, but you know what? You're gonna always make that money back. And you never really lose until you sell. So, like AMC, I didn't take any money with Doge. So the money that I put into when I bought in January 2nd, I bought Dogecoin. About 2 weeks later, I bought AMC. I bought AMC like probably a few days right before the run-up in January when they took the buy button and all that shit. So I think I bought a little bit at that time. I didn't buy as much as I have now at that time. I bought a little bit to see where it would go and just try to make some extra money. But as it started moving up, I averaged up and I bought more and more, and I put a lot of money into it. I'm not about to be disclosing as far as the money amount, but because I ain't really nobody business, but I just wanted to keep it 100 as far as what it is that I did and my conviction. Now, for Dogecoin, just like AMC rather, I have long-term capital gains, both of them. And I have more of my money, of my own cash, invested in AMC than I do Dogecoin. Because I only put $1,000 in Dogecoin. I put way more in the AMC. That was extra money. Mind you, I'm still continuing to make money because I have a job. I have other things that I'm doing, so money's going to always be around. You're always going to be able to make money. Even if you take an L, you're always going to be able to make some back. So when Dogecoin went down and they went all the way back down, yeah, it sucks watching that amount of money go down, but guess what it allowed me to do? Y'all want to take a guess? I'm going to tell you. I added more and I averaged up from the penny. So that 100K of coins that I had in Dogecoin, I raised that shit up. I ain't gonna tell you how many I have now, but just know. Oh boy, I wish y'all motherfuckers would bring that back down to a penny. My conviction stood there. And I think another thing that kind of helped me with my conviction is that all these things are unpredictable. You don't know where they're gonna go. But I seen an old Twitter upload by somebody. I don't know exactly who he was, but I screenshotted it. I came across it on Weeble one time. I was going through the chats and all that stuff through there. I was going through Weeble, and this person posted a picture of a Twitter user that said a long time ago, I think it was probably around 2013, that person bought, I think it was about 1,700. He bought about 1,700 of Bitcoin at the time. And I don't know where it was. I think it was probably in a few dollars or some shit like that. Right? But I guess he said that he ended up selling his entire 1,700. He only had 1,700 of Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin ran into like the first few dollars or some shit like that, I think it was probably under 20 bucks or something. Maybe somewhere around there. Could have been between 15 to $20, maybe even 25 or some shit. He said he sold. So he made a good amount of money for the 1,700 that he had, right? But we're talking about what, less than 10 years later, right? Had he held that, and he only had about 1,700. I think he only had about 1,700 Bitcoin. Had he held that, where did Bitcoin go last year for the high? What was it, like in the 60s, 70s? Between the 60s, 70s, right? So I don't know the math on that, but if you would have did the 60, 70,000 times the 1,700 that he had, he would have had a couple hundred million when he sold, if he would have sold and he held it for that long. And I think in the point that he made in the comment that he put on Twitter, he was just kind of like, don't be like me. I don't know. Dude must have went through some real traumatic shit, man. I mean, I don't know, bro. But if I had 1,700 Bitcoin, bro, and I had sold many years back, and looking at that shit last year, that shit was in the 60,000 per coin, and he had 1,700 of them. Whew. That's some real shit, bro. Like, I don't know. So that was my conviction. As far as Dogecoin, it's not hurting me, because guess what? I bought at a penny. Dogecoin's at 6 cents, bro. I'm still up. I'm still in the green, and I still have long term. And when January 2nd comes around for 2023, which is only a few months, I'm going to be even more long term. And eventually it's going to go back up. Same thing for AMC. AMC, I'm long term. When AMC comes around, just like many of you, 2023 come around, whatever date you bought it, whether it was in January, February, March, April, May, June, July, whatever the fuck, you're going to get another at it long term. There's nothing to hold, people. And when it's your time and when these motherfuckers fuck up, like I said, when they tap out, it's gonna be gravy, man. You know? Everybody's panicking, but I'm not. Because all I'm looking at it is buying opportunities. Look at all the shit that you could buy. Look at all the opportunities that you missed last year. You know? Another opportunity, too, was Ethereum Classic last year. Because Ethereum Classic ran the same amount of time, probably about a week or two before Dogecoin hit its all-time highs. Like, I was saying that shit last year, the year before too, in 2020, towards the end. I was talking to my cousin, and he had a little bit of Ethereum Classic. And he was telling me about Ethereum Classic. He's like, Ethereum Classic only at a couple dollars. And at the time, I was still thinking about getting them. But by the time I was really thinking about it, I had put in a lot of money into AMC. I was thinking about, making money with that, thinking we were going to mow ass like early on and hit a real big ass squeeze. This is before anybody really started being like, oh yeah, the mow ass and all this stuff, right? And we're thinking of like high ass numbers, right? I was thinking of doubling back and getting into Ethereum Classic, but Ethereum Classic was, I think, less than $7 at that point, and I think it ran as high as like $150. So I was kind of kicking myself at that time too. I was like, damn, I missed that opportunity. I had that 6,000-7,000 like nothing. I had that shit. I could have threw that in there too, and had fucking AMC and Doge and fucking Ethereum Classic, because that shit would have doubled up. And I didn't really care about Ethereum Classic like that. So if I had got something like that, yeah, that should go from $6 to $150. That's cool, because that's the retail mentality, right? I mean, we're still trying to get money, but there's certain shit as retail investors in apes that we hold and we flip and we make money on options, and then there's certain ones that we keep for ourselves. That's the whole point of investing. When we know that they can go higher and we're into some shit, we be like, you know what? This is the one I'm rocking with, and I'm gonna hold this for a little bit longer. But everything else it's fair game. Like, we just gonna get in and out some shit. Still looking at Hycroft mining. I didn't get into that, even though that it's been heavy on my mind too, to really get in and dive in heavy. Hopefully at some point in time I'll be able to go throw some shit in there, but I'm thinking about grabbing at least about 1,000, 2,000 shares sometime this week. I think hopefully, I think there might be some rumors on Hycroft going a little bit up. Their news. Fucking Adam Aaron was out here on Friday. He was in the city on Friday at the Metreon downtown, and he was talking and he was hyping it up Hycroft. So we might get some movement tomorrow with Hycroft. I think they may even break $1, hopefully, just off the news. We'll see, but I'm definitely thinking about probably spending a good 2,000 or something like that and grabbing Hycroft. Just try to get at least 2,000 on it, just to have my main thing for Hycroft. I would love to try to get at least 10,000 on there on Hycroft. So if I can get about 10,000 shares, man, 10 to 15, you can get it. Who knows, bro? We mow ass and shit, bro, man. Shit. There's gonna be a lot of people like that. It's gonna be juicy, man. It's gonna be juicy, bro. I got a lot of things that I'm looking at, man, and crypto for long term. But right now, bro, we stay in the course. So AMC and 8, bro, we getting it. I know a lot of people don't like Dogecoin, but Dogecoin is my coin, bro. So I fuck with it. I see the potential in it. I know either regardless of Elon Musk there or not, it's gonna do what it's gonna do. And crypto in general is still in baby mode, bro. It's still in baby mode. You give it another few more years, man. Continue doing what you're doing. You start investing into all of these, especially now that they're falling down. You're gonna be heavily rewarded, though. I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna be worth the wait, man. It's gonna be worth the wait. Even Shiba Inu. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care about Shiba Inu like that. You know, I know it's the opposition of Dogecoin. I'm rocking with Dogecoin, but I ain't no fool either. I'm still a retail trader at heart too, as well. So I ain't gonna be no dummy and need no money on the line. I'm not gonna be going heavy in it like I am with being heavily invested with like Dogecoin. But Shiba Inu runs just like Dogecoin. They both run the same. So whenever Dogecoin goes up, Shiba Inu is going to go up too, and it's a whole lot cheaper, man. You could pay $1,000 right now, a little bit over $1,000 right now, and get about 100 million Shiba. Shiba Inu may not ever hit $1, or it may not ever hit, you know, a couple dollars or whatever. The same thing with the same mentality with Dogecoin. Dogecoin may not ever hit 60,000 a coin like Bitcoin. But could it hit $100 in the next 10 years? Probably, more likely. Can it hit at least $50? Probably, right? Can it hit $10? Might. Very high possibility. Okay. So for me in my position, I have over 100,000. So let's just say I got more than that, but let's just say, for the sake of argument, stick with the 100K. You're making 100K. Once it hits $1, you're making $100,000 every dollar. It hits $10 in the next few years or whatever, that's $1 million. For Shiba Inu, for over $1,000 right now, about 1,100, maybe close to 12, somewhere in that ballpark, you can get 100 million Shiba Inu. Do you need Shiba Inu to hit $1 or so for you to be successful or somewhat wealthy? No, the fuck you don't. Do the math. 100 million of Shiba Inu, if you sell that shit at a penny, that's $1 million. And guess what? You're gonna make $1 million for every penny that it runs. So let's say in the next 10 years, it takes about 10 years for Shiba Inu to run. But let's say Shiba Inu hits 10 cents and you got 100 million. You just turn $1,100 into $10 million. And it's not breaking your back. It's not breaking your bank account. It's not doing any of that shit. You're just holding. That's the concept of the buy and hold. They're going to do what they're going to do. Everything's from stocks to crypto. They're all going to go up and they're going to go down. They're going to have their days. You just keep loading up the boat. And over time, you will, if you're not in the money, you will be able to get in the money and you'll start making dough. And then you can make decisions down the road after a year or two went by or some time had gone and you just feel it's not doing whatever you wanted to do. Okay, we'll get, you know, to have fool's insurance. Sometimes what I do is when I buy a stock or a crypto that I'm going to go long in, instead of putting all that money into one broker account, I divide the pie. So let's say, for example, if I wanted to buy 100 million of Shiba Inu, I'll put 100 million of Shiba Inu into one platform, and then I'll go on another platform and I'll buy another 100 million, or I get as close to it as I can. And then that way, when it does run and you make your money and you sell out to make that dough, you made your money off the play, but you're still in the play because you still have a certain amount of percentage of coins or stock in another platform that you won't touch. And then you ride that for higher. Or you can always scale, you know. I'm not going to tell y'all what to do, but that's just the way I think. And especially, I don't do it all the time with every stock, but I do it with a lot of stock and crypto that are at lower amounts at the time. I just load up on them when they're smaller. And then as they ride up, I don't sell the pot and get out of everything. I leave stuff in there to continue to run. But I take enough to where I can have my original investment plus some and slash like half on what you pay in taxes. That's it. And then, you know, you still got something else on another platform. You can continue to go and just load up. and just, you know, have that money there. But anyway, damn, I ranted again. My bad. But all right, y'all, about to get ready, man. It's starting to get dark out here. Get ready to go to work. A few hours, a couple hours, I guess. Get some sleep. Finish watching these games. All right, y'all, be easy. Take care.